How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be heading back into What If King Kai Taught Everybody Kaio-Ken. We totally smashed the like goal last time, so let's see if we can get this part to 600 likes as well. That way, I know you guys would want another part of this sooner rather than later. A like and a subscribe would really be greatly appreciated. And see if you can turn on notifications for this channel too. That way you never have to miss an upload. Since a lot of people have told me that they just aren't getting notifications for some reason, I guess it's just YouTube being YouTube. Anyways, a huge shout out to all of my amazing patrons, as without your support, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. If you guys want to become a patron and get your name in a video, early access to videos, your own What If made into a video, then click the link down below to pledge. It would really mean so much. Well, with all that out of the way, let's get back into this video. We last left off the defeat of Majin Buu. Not by the Z Fighters though, which is leaving them all in a rut. If it wasn't for Beerus, they would all either be dead or absorbed, and the whole universe would pretty much be screwed. They've been training harder than ever since Beerus, especially Goku and Vegeta. Vegeta knows that he is one of the weakest on the Z Fighter team, mainly due to him not being able to use the Kaio-Ken. He's completely perfected Super Saiyan 2, but that's not strong enough to deal with any threats mainly. He would be so much more powerful with the Kaio-Ken. He has to start from the basics though, and work himself up, as if he tries to use the Kaio-Ken with Super Saiyan, he's probably gonna kill himself. Vegeta is a very fast learner, able to utilize the Kaio-Ken to times 10 already in his base form, which is a gigantic step in the right direction for him. He trains hard every day to improve his Kaio-Ken usage, hoping to reach levels where Piccolo and the others are in his base form. Vegeta isn't the only one getting something out of this either, as in return for learning the Kaio-Ken, he taught Goku and Gohan how to use Super Saiyan 2. They didn't bother learning it in the 7-year time gap since they felt no need to with the Kaio-Ken. And they already mastered Super Saiyan, which was a pretty good blend with it, but Vegeta has shown off that 2 is the perfect evolution of 1. So, they'll get stronger if they combine their Kaio-Ken to Super Saiyan 2. It's not that hard to learn for them at all. The only struggle is trying to combine it with the Kaio-Ken, so they don't kill themselves. With both of these guys getting a new power, they're way stronger than they've ever been. Still not strong enough though, since they both know they can get even stronger. The two would return back into the hyperbolic time chamber, as a way to improve just like they did for Cell. Of course, a year of rough conditions is just what the two needed, and have managed to get their new forms down pat. For Goku, he at least managed to combine Super Saiyan 2 with Kaio-Ken. He didn't get to do extreme levels of it, as he would straight up just die, but he can at least use times 5 now. As for Vegeta, he has also managed to use Kaio-Ken while in Super Saiyan. He can't do it like Goku and Gohan quite yet, since this is extremely hard to do, but he can increase his level to at least times 3 while in Super Saiyan. He hasn't tried Super Saiyan 2 with it since he's still learning and would definitely die, but he's making more progress than Goku did in such a short amount of time. Goku and Vegeta continue to train their Kaio-Ken, hoping to increase its levels. These guys aren't the only ones training though, as we're going to move on to Piccolo. Piccolo has to make one of the biggest decisions of his life after Buu. He wasn't able to do anything in this fight, and just became a liability. His death took the Dragon Balls away from Earth, just like with the Saiyans, and just like in Trunks' future. He can't get into any dangerous fight, since if he dies, that's game over for everybody, and will take a lot of work to bring everybody back. He can't be that person, and has to do what is best to not make himself a liability. Piccolo flies up to Kami, and he tells him how he's feeling. Kami actually agrees. He's been a guardian of this planet for long enough to know that Earth now, more than ever, needs its warriors. Piccolo is an extremely powerful one, and his death has caused trouble for the Z Fighters on more than one occasion now. It would be best if they removed that option from the table, the only way he knows how. To become one Namekian once more. Before they do this, Piccolo asks if there is still a way to have the Dragon Balls, which Kami implies that there is a way. While in the afterlife, he looked to see Krillin and the others on Namek, and saw many potential candidates there. If they return to Namek and bring back a member of the Dragon Clan, then there could still be Dragon Balls on this planet. With that knowledge, Kami decides to leave this planet, and do what is best. He bids farewell to Mr. Popo and tells Piccolo to put his hand on his chest. The two merge together, bringing back the nameless Namekian. With the merger happening, Piccolo has gotten an extreme power boost, shooting way past Goku's base form already. Piccolo decides to test out his power with the Kaio-Ken as well, shooting to times 100 instantly. He is shocked to learn that he feels no strain whatsoever. His body is so new and powerful he can use times 100 to its fullest potential and not get tired. With this new power, Piccolo is actually on the level of Goku in his Super Kaio-Ken. We'll see how Goku does with Super Saiyan 2, but for now, on the level of Super Kaio-Ken is amazing for him, as so fast he's become pretty much the strongest on the planet. Shortly after, with some more space travel, Dende is chosen to be brought to Earth, and become its new guardian. The Dragon Balls are renewed and reactivated, making them stronger than ever before. Dende isn't a fighter, and will stay up here pretty much for his life, meaning they don't need to worry about somebody falling in battle, and the Dragon Balls being deactivated because of that. It's a new beginning for the Z Fighters, and just in time too, since Beerus has made his way back to Earth for Bulma's birthday. It took him quite a while to realize what he was dreaming about, and finally managed to think of it, the Super Saiyan God. That's what he needs to find. With all the Saiyans awake now, he can ask all of them hoping to get an answer. Luckily, the others aren't worried about Beerus being at the party, besides Vegeta. But since there's no Majin Buu here to piss him off, they're not in any danger. He just wants a good fight. Goku tells him he doesn't know anything about the Super Saiyan God, but wants to test him out on what he has currently, and see how far he's come. This is the guy who defeated Majin Buu with no difficulty at all, so let's see how he can do here. Goku uses his Super Kaioken against Beerus, and even though Goku is stronger than what his Super Saiyan 3 self would be in this arc, he's still not strong enough for Beerus in any way. Beerus does perk up though once he sees Goku in a red aura, as it reminds him of what he's looking for. He tells Goku that was actually pretty disappointing, more disappointing than even that Buu guy or whatever. If he really wants to defeat him, they better give him the Super Saiyan God. Piccolo has a good idea to use the Dragon Ball's Dash Shenron, which Bulma is right here actually to use. Things from here wouldn't actually be too different, as Shenron gives the info of the ritual, all of the Saiyans go to do it, and since future Trunks is here, they have the exact amount, meaning Videl's pregnancy isn't revealed to everybody yet. Goku is still the strongest Saiyan here, so he becomes a Super Saiyan God to fight Beerus. This fight would mostly play out as normal, as I don't think Goku would be able to combine Kaio-Ken to Super Saiyan God yet, since he just got to form and he doesn't know if it'll work yet. So everything here goes on the same, with Beerus still taking the victory. He is impressed with Goku, and would offer him and Vegeta a place to train, which they would gladly take on and begin their training under the gods. After the battle and befriending of Beerus, there is a new threat arriving to the planet once more. The Frieza Force has come back to revive Frieza. And this time, he comes back to life whole, since he never got cut up into tiny pieces. Frieza wonders how he managed to come back, and who these people are. Sorbet tells Frieza they are part of his empire, and has somewhat been keeping it in order ever since him and his dad died. But they could really use his help. They don't have much time to talk as the people who killed him before are on this planet, so they need to leave before they figure out that they're there. Frieza's shocked pretty quickly. That the Namekian who killed him is here? Sorbet tells him yes, and that he's gotten stronger than before. They need to leave right now before he... Too late. Piccolo stares at Frieza, while Frieza stares right back in pure rage. Here he is, the man who killed him. Since Sorbet and the others stayed around talking longer than normal, and Frieza's power being sensed, Piccolo is first on the scene to see what was up. Turns out, Frieza is back from the dead. No matter, Frieza's at the same strength he was back on Namek. What can he do now? Frieza knows he can't do anything either. He can't turn to his final form just yet, as Piccolo will catch him, but there is one thing he can do. Frieza turns around towards Shenron and uses the second wish to wish for immortality. Piccolo yells out no and rushes towards Frieza. Tagoma fires a blast at Piccolo to slow him down, but Piccolo deflects it back towards him, knocking him down pretty fast. It's too late though. Frieza flies up into the air, feeling the rush of immortality through him. With all this new energy, he manages to transform into his final form through this, and he laughs. Piccolo fires a special beam cannon at Frieza, hitting him right in the chest again, and piercing through him. Frieza falls to the ground, but not even a second later, he stands back up with the hole in his chest gone. He tells Piccolo, that's not gonna work this time, and he rushes him. Luckily for Piccolo, fighting Frieza is no big deal. Even in his base form, Frieza is nothing to him. He just knocks him all over the place, finding different ways to kill him, though of course, none of them work. Luckily, Frieza isn't like the Saiyan, who will get a Zenkai boost after every time he dies, so he's not increasing in strength any at all. Still extremely dangerous though, as Piccolo knows this guy will destroy Earth if he leaves him be. There's no other way to deal with him, besides one. Piccolo goes over to Frieza, firing his most powerful Ki Blast to completely disintegrate him. Once Frieza has nothing but ash, he flies away as fast as he can to the lookout. It takes a while, but not too long for Frieza to regenerate himself fully. He looks around and sees no Piccolo, wondering where he went. He hears something though, and looks up to be kicked across the face, sent to the ground again. Piccolo lands next to him, popping the cover off of this jar, and yelling, Mafuba. Frieza begins to get sucked into the Mafuba, screaming and twisting around until he is trapped in the jar. Piccolo quickly puts the cover back on it and sighs. Frieza is no more. Sorbet looks towards Piccolo in complete fear and terror. He managed to curb stomp Frieza so fast, and he didn't take any damage at all. Piccolo walks towards Sorbet, telling him to leave this planet if he values his life. Without hesitation, Sorbet takes Tagoma's limp body and departs the planet. Frieza is no more, and Piccolo managed to defeat him a second time. Even with him being immortal, it was no sweat. A lot easier than last time, he could say that. Piccolo hides the jar away in a safe location on the lookout, and continues his training here on Earth. That is until Goku and Vegeta return one day, telling him all about this guy named Champa, and that they're going to need him for another tournament. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. We managed to get through Battle of Gods and Resurrection F pretty fast, thankfully, and are gearing up for a much different Universe 6 tournament. How much will change now that our Z fighters are much more powerful than before? Well, you're just gonna have to wait and see. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and remember to get this video to 600 likes if you want to see it continued. Thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again, see you later!